All right. Uh-huh. Okay, just 1 second. I'm just checking something up, and we'll get started with the gaming. Sorry for that. Just waiting for Twitch to connect, and then we will get started. Well, thank you, whoever's already watching, and sorry for that. In the meantime, just take your time. Go grab a drink and get comfy in the meantime. Okay. All right. Yeah. So sorry that we started late today too. But we got some technical issues that I have to take care of. But we're good now. So, as I said last time, today we're gonna play some East 9, and we're gonna get this show on the road. Well, it was some nice music playing in the background, anyways. Let's hope we don't get a copyright or something. My dog just decided to get off herself for some reason. Decided to fight against someone or something. He's outside my door for some reason. Here we go. Let me show you. That's it. That's the East music in the background. All right, so welcome again to the Reboot Robot Saturday Chillstream, and we're gonna play some IX Monstrum Nox. I know this a pretty niche title. For those of you who know me, or even if you don't know, that doesn't change things. This is one of my favorite game series. I actually got into the East games pretty recently. It's not been a long time. I played the entire series up until East 8, last between 2019 and 2020. And yeah, I became a huge fan. So I have been waiting for the release of this game for a long time. For people that know, Nihon Falcom, the company that develops these games, they take forever to translate and to localize. Actually, they do not localize the games directly. Normally, they have a localizing partner, a publishing partner. In this case, it is Nippon Ichi Software of America. who localized the game for us to play here on this side of the world. And it takes a very long time. It takes them a very, very long time to localize games. So we have been waiting. Us East fans have been waiting this game for at least a year and months. Some people did import the game and they played it. They played the Japanese version, but hey, what up, Freya? Thank you. Sure. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for the lurking. It helps, and yeah, I hope you're having fun on Apex. I think that you play. All right, so yeah. I am invested in the story too. So I like to know the story, and my Japanese is not that good. I know just a few phrases, not enough to actually understand a full game. But yeah, so it was released this week. I did buy the game physical because I do like that series this match. So that's what we're gonna be playing today. So I hope you enjoy. The game is very fast paced, very fast paced, very fun, colorful, and it has a really good story. It is very anime like. You'll see once you get into the graphics in case that you have not played any Falcom games before. You might be like, oh dude, this is a weak game. It is a little bit. It has a lot of anime aesthetics, but it is not an anime game. I can tell you that. It is not an anime game. You'll see what I'm talking about. Those who played the most popular series from Nilcom Falcom is the Trails in the Sky series or the Kiseki series. I also have those games. I haven't gotten to play this because I'm still playing Trails of Cold Steel, and I'm taking those very, very slow. So maybe we might stream those games later. Anyways, but this is the complete opposite. It's an action RPG. It is the granddaddy of action RPGs. Was the series that started the action RPGs games back in the 80s or early 90s. They didn't start it. I think Highlight was the first game of its class. But East came to refine the formula, and it's a super good series. I highly recommend it. It has a really cool story, really cool characters. It has an awesome combat system, and it has one, if not the best, soundtrack on gaming. And I am very sincere on that. Some of my favorite songs or music in gaming are from the East series, and you'll see a lot of kick-ass electric guitars, a lot of rocking sounds, a lot of rocking tunes. And not shut up because I'm gonna be talking to you guys, but I'm gonna jump into the gameplay. I already started and I played already a lot, so I'm already level 30. So I played about 10 hours. So I am halfway through the story. I can explain a little bit. I can tell you a little bit of the story so you guys know what is happening and you understand a little bit of what's going on. There's still a lot of things that I'm still trying to figure out because the game has oh yeah, and I had a power outage, so it seems that my save file is corrupted. Get that. Figure it out. This should be fine. I hope. If not, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, there you go. Oh shit. Okay. Right. Something happened. Hold on. Let me fix that. Let me fix that because that's crazy. If I lose that save file, I'm going to cry. Okay, earlier today when where I was playing Final Fantasy 14 with my friends, and I had power surge, and everything crashed, and the game was on rest. So that things that I think that messed up my save file, and I am going to be very, very sad if that's the case. I don't seem to have any issues with my DLC content. Okay, that sucks. It's weird. Actually, the thing is, I don't even have DLC for this game, so I don't know what happened there. If not, I will have to start anew, and I am not gonna be happy because I already took 10 hours. I'm going to restart the game altogether. Let's see let's see what happened. Okay, that's embarrassing. Yeah, and it had to do with the crash that I had earlier. Not crash, but the power surge. And that is what I believe that totally sucks. Let me see. Yeah. Let's try once again. There you go. Okay, it worked now. All right, kitty time is. Oh, we're gonna change the Elgato for the other Elgato. All right. Okay, sorry for that. I was really getting sent. Not not necessarily upset because I don't mind playing again this game. I don't mind starting again, but I would be really sad if I lost my progress. All right, so this is IX Monstrum Nox. So let me just when we traverse the city of Baldo, let me just tell you a little bit of the story of Is. the series, the main character Adol, his friend Doggy. Sit down, guys. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you something. Let me tell a story. And a little bit of, and also give you the story of what this game is about. So yes, I was saying IX is one of the grandfathers of action RPGs. It is one of the games that started the whole genre and kicked it into full gear on NES. Not NES even. I think it came out on PC. The first game came out on PC, all PCs back in the 80s, and also on TurboGrafx. A TurboGrafx system way back in the day. It was one of those games that you bump into enemies to fight. You don't actually have like a fight command. You bump into them, and you damage them automatically. I did play the bump game, and they're fun as hell. I highly recommend. It's really easy actually to play them. You can play it on any PC. You can buy it either on Steam and GOG. Also, they're available on PS3, on Vita. It's called IX Chronicles. IX Chronicles, and it contains the first and second game, which are in reality one game. They are a double feature game to call it away. It's not like two. It's not like a direct sequel to. It is not a direct sequel to IX 1. But yeah, they're super fun and they have like amazing music. So I highly recommend you to play those. And yeah, so it has a really weird name for starters. So what is the name of it is actually based on a French myth legend of a hidden city like Atlantis. So the city of Peace is the and the first two games it is the main. Oh, damn. I tried to do something fast and I miss early. So, and I am playing on nightmare difficulty, which is like is higher than hard, so it's very difficult. So I might die a lot, and I might take it a little bit slower than normally I do, because I got cocky. Plus there's a trophy for beating it on nightmare, so I don't want to miss that. So yeah, the games are not really that hard all the time. But yeah, I'm playing them just in a very tough difficulty. So I apologize if I need to restart using my retry a lot. Oh shit. I thought I killed it. Alright, so yeah, so the first game it is centered around the city of Is, which disappeared. Actually, you can see it on the. Oh nice. Alright, awesome. Listen to that. I know you recognize that tune. It sounds exactly like the tune of Metroid, and that was one of the first things that really pulled me off when I played for the first time. But then after reading, I realized that, or I learned that it's just a mere coincidence because they use like kind of the same composition, instrumentation, everything. But if you hear them side by side, they don't sound that much alike. But yeah, it sounds like the Metroid tune, but it is not a Metroid tune. It sounds actually different once you put them side by side. But yeah, so actually, the series is called Is just because that was the central topic of the central piece of the game, of the first game, but only the first two games are related to the, actually 3 games. Is 1, Hook 1 and 2, and Is Origins are the only ones that are related to the city of Is. Everything else is like it is not related at all. So it is actually the series is about the adventures of our main character Adol, this guy, Adol The Red. Right now, he's this guy's himself, so I'll explain that in a bit. Adol The Red. Actually, you can see red hair when he's turned to mushroom. Like this. That's more like how he actually looks like. So his Adventures of Adol The Red. Yeah, he doesn't look like that badass because he's an anime boy. So you might say like, oh, this guy's like crazy as fuck, or like Kirito, whatever. Trust me, he's one of the most badasses on the entire game. He's like Master Chief level, and I'm not even kidding. Like this guy's a motherfucker. He is a badass motherfucker, and yeah, he's one of my favorite protagonists on RPGs and one of my favorite gaming characters ever. So the games are based around his adventures. He is they say a self-proclaimed adventurer. He is not self-proclaimed. That's a lie. He was actually proclaimed adventurer by the God of Knowledge, and that's actually one of the topics of one of the games, Memories of Celceta, which is available on PS4. Actually, was recently released just a few months ago. So the series of Ys is like a compilation or like a retelling of the books that Adol wrote during his adventures. During his adventures around the world. He started adventuring when he was 17 years old, and that's when the game when Ys Book and Wine is vanished takes place when he's 17 years old. There is a running gag in the series that Adol, every time that he's on a ship, he's gonna shipwreck. Hey, what up, man? How do I sound though? Because I've been having issues with the sound there. The video I think is even crisper because I bump up the resolution, but I'm actually more concerned about the sound. How do I sound though? I think I do sound echoey, regardless.
Come on, let's go.
All right, so yeah, so each game is a retelling of one of the books. According to like the people who are supposedly telling the stories of Adol, they like found the books, and they are just like trying to understand the story and just trying to tell the story like based on what he wrote. So some of the events are supposedly, and this is something they say in one of the games, when they actually do explain what adult memories are and all that memoirs are. They explain that some of the events might be a little bit varnished or a little bit they might be more varnished. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Hey dude, what up, man? Okay, so we have the main Reboot Robot channel. Right now I'm posting myself on Reboot Robot channel. I actually do prefer if you go and follow that channel. But yeah, he's also mother in Charlie right now, so that account. So yeah, let me just. So some of the stories might be, of the details might be a little bit embellished. That's the word I was looking for. They might be embellished, but no, thanks a lot. Yeah, actually, I know that you're looking because I can see my viewer count. But no, thank you very much, and I hope I can keep you company because we're gonna be here for a long time because I started late. By the way, we had a very badass Final Fantasy XIV session. Charlie, his wife, and myself earlier today. It was awesome. It was really fun. So if you guys want to get into Final Fantasy XIV, give us a holler and we can help you guys out. Because we're actually starting still. We're kind of noobs. So yeah, so it's the perfect time. We know enough to help you guys get the ropes on, but we're not too. Oh fuck! I'm confused. we're not too far ahead that you will get this. Alright, so sadly, our internet, that's his internet and my internet suck, so we cannot do. Now I was going to say that. Okay, we'll try to figure it out, but the streaming is a bit complicated because we normally have a voice chat running through the PlayStation. Then we have like the gameplay. I play on PC, they play on PlayStation, and get everything set up to stream might be a bit complicated. But we'll figure it out because it's really fun. It is really fun. Final Fantasy 14, and people that know, the people with credentials, say that this is one of the best Final Fantasy, if not the best. So highly recommend it. So going back to East. So yeah, one of the games is like the retelling of the readings of the memoirs of Adol. Adol, when he was 65 years old, he's like the Marco Polo. There's something just to make everything make sense. East is like an alternative Earth. So there are things that are called similar to what things are in our world. Adol is like Marco Polo. Just think about that. So Adol is like it's a figure like Marco Polo. He's a big adventurer and explorer. He mapped uncharted places. He unified the planet, and he like charted. So he's a very important figure on his world. This place is called Glia or Balduc. The city is Balduc. The country is Glia, and it's France pretty much for all ends and purposes. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Balduc, the prison itself and the city are it is actually, dude, is they are using the same engine as Trails in Cold Steel 3, I think. But this game, they made it before that. No, never mind. They actually made this game. This is the new engine before the newest engine that they are using for the new Kiseki no Hajime. The game that is coming out for PS5 later down the line. It does look, actually, even in comparison to Lacrimosa of Dana, is 8. It looks like lower quality, but it's because first the setting looks very is great and drab. And second, because the new engine. But like models, for example, up close, they look much better. They even look probably on par with Trails of Cold Steel 3. And yeah, although something that I mentioned it just before you came in, I bought this game physical. I didn't buy it digital because I wanted to collect the game. And you know how much that means to me because I don't buy physical games. So I bought it physical. So I'm playing it on PlayStation 4. I'm playing on the PlayStation 4, and it has huge resolution and performance drops here in the city. On PS5 it doesn't. On PS5 it runs 4K 60 frames per second all the way through. So I might buy it later on once it's on sale or something.
Allow me.
Let's go.
Understood.
So yeah, Adol is Marco Polo. The place is Earth. This is like France. Right now it's the 8th game, which is the 7th book that he wrote, the 7th memoir of Adol. The historians that are retelling the games, or which one of the games, they found his memories on a trip to Antarctica, and they call it Antarctica. Doesn't have any fantastic name. It's called like that, Antarctica, because that was the last trip that Adol ever made. When he was 65, he left. He left to Antarctica because that was the last place to explore, and he was never seen again. He and his friend Doggy, very important character, and supposedly he didn't leave children. He didn't have a wife. And I do have a theory, although for that I need to tell you all the stories of all these games. So if you want me to just tell me now, and I'll tell you the story of these games, so I can tell you my theory of what happened to Adol. Because this guy is a badass motherfucker. He looks like anime boy. He might look like Kirito, and you might think that he's like a PC fancy boy, but this guy is a fucking bum. It's a motherfucker, and he's a badass motherfucker. He's like the Doomslayer. Let's put it that way. So I cannot buy that he just died. And he's pretty much betrothed to a couple of goddesses. So actually, he's betrothed to at least 3 goddesses. So yeah, I don't think he died. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, so they found his books and they're just like reading them, just like making their interpretations. That's how Nick. This is something clever because this is how Nikon Falcon justifies remakes. Because every time they remake a game, they're like, oh, this is like another historian that found more details about this trip of Adol, and he just put a better compendium of the story.
Do we really have time to rest like this?
Yes, we have time to rest like this, buddy. Hold on. Oh, I see what you mean, dude. Hold on.
Do we really have time to rest like this?
Do me a favor, jump into either, because right now, Streamlabs is telling me that I am streaming at 1080p, 60 FPS, and I'm not having frame drops. So do me a favor, could you go either to YouTube or my Facebook and tell me how the video quality is there?
Maybe we should go soon.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Hold on, lady.
Leave it to me.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I see what you're talking about. Let me see if I can fix that without having to end the stream.
Come on, let's go.
Dicho. Ok, no sé qué está pasando. Ok, necesito terminar el stream y lo voy a recomenzar en un momento porque algo no está bien en el Streamlabs. Así que voy a regresar en 2 minutos, no tardo mucho.